Are you ready to wake up? You are now entering Dreamland. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Now Entering Dreamland, a podcast about dreams, sleep, and everything in between. Welcome back to those of you who have been to Dreamland before. We're happy to have you back. And welcome to those of you joining us here in Dreamland for the first time. All right, it's time for a new episode of this podcast. And today I'm releasing an episode all about a topic that means a lot to me. But I never even thought about discussing it on this podcast until recently, like a week or two ago. And that topic is on naps. The art of napping and napping correctly. And I think that's going to be the title of this episode, unless I say something else that sounds better than that. So let's start at the beginning. If you're like me, you are someone who naps a lot. You may nap several times a week. You used to nap more frequently, but you still nap more than what might be considered appropriate, and I'm putting appropriate in air quotes here, for an adult. But here's the thing. I like naps, and I'm not afraid to say it. Well, to be honest, I just really like my bed. I'm staring at my bed right now, actually. Right as I record this podcast, my bed's right there, and I'm thinking about it. I just changed the sheets, and it looks so comfortable. Sorry, everyone. Oh my gosh, I was just thinking about how nice it would be to take a nap right now. Regardless of my love for my bed and my love of naps, I feel a great sense of shame about this part of my personality. A lot of my friends work out in their free time. They go on runs, or they work on their art, or they do laundry. And I nap. It sounds lame. But is it lame? Well, I wanted to find out. So, as I do with a lot of topics on this podcast, I decided to do some research. And wow, there is a lot of research. I found more scientific-based research about naps than any other topic on this podcast so far. If I had known that at the outset of this project, I would have made this whole podcast about naps. But I digress. Are naps bad for adults? The answer, no. Naps are good for adults, but the key is moderation. So out of all of the resources I found, I really like this Johns Hopkins article that I am going to link on my website. But the Johns Hopkins article I read indicated that adults should keep naps around 20 to 40 minutes. And that's because anything longer than that time period can cause grogginess after the nap. And yeah, I can attest to this. I used to take 2-hour naps in college after class, and I would wake up feeling even more tired and confused than before I took the nap. So you might be saying, wow, that was a waste of time. But as I said, I like naps. The article also indicated that the best time to nap is between 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. because that time period fits best with kind of a natural sleep cycle. Unfortunately, that time period's not really feasible for me, but if it's feasible for you, hey, take a nap. No longer feel confined to having to go for a run or work out. Because here's the thing, naps can allow you to feel more energized during the day. Power naps are aptly named because if you nap for the correct duration for you, you should wake up feeling refreshed. Naps also should help increase recall. Something the article stresses is that adults need to find balance with naps. If napping during the day prevents you from falling asleep and/or staying asleep at night, that can lead you to nap longer the next day, and then it just creates a cycle of poor sleep. Another thing I learned is from a different article is that if you dream during naps, especially short naps, like 10-minute naps, it can be a sign that you are very, very sleep deprived. And I dream during my naps all the time, and I consider myself perpetually sleep deprived, so this makes sense to me. So the too long don't read? Power naps exist, and they can be good for you, in moderation. So, what do you think? Are you going to take more naps now? Well, while you think of that, that's all I've got for this episode of Now Entering Dreamland. You can find all of our past episodes on our website, nowenteringdreamland.com. A new dream interview is being published on Sunday evening, that's this Sunday, so stay tuned for that. Or you can just subscribe to this podcast and get the episode directly in your inbox. You're now leaving Dreamland, but we'll see you next time.